For the period from January 1 through April 27, 2020, the company accepted over $12 million of Class A interest and paid about $164,000 in distributions to its members and managing member. That would be a 3.9% yearly return. This is for Cardone Equity Fund 6. For all those people getting sold into Cardone Capital, I hope you understand that a 3.9% yearly return is really low. The point of these syndication funds is to make the big returns when the property is sold in a couple years, but that isn't promised and certainly not likely given what's happening in 2020. Now that the news is out, everyone will be making a video on Grant Cardone's lawsuits, so I'll make this very quick and to the point. There are a couple reasons why Grant Cardone getting sued is a great thing for real estate investors. Number one, Grant Cardone is obsessed with trying to prove to everyone that buying large multifamily real estate is the only way to be a real estate investor.
We're gonna keep it so simple today. I'm gonna talk to you about how money works. It's this simple, by the way.
Ironically, he began his investing career in single-family real estate. And large multifamily passive investing is not for everyone. Some people want to make real estate their career and have significantly better returns on their money than Grant. Number two, hopefully this begins a trend of gurus becoming liable for all of the claims they make on social media. In the lawsuit, the plaintiff provides a couple of examples of where Cardone was basically promising huge returns. Consistent throughout the lawsuit, the plaintiff provides documentation of Grant Cardone promoting a 15% internal rate of return, which is entirely possible, by the way, for a lot of these syndication funds, but you can't promise returns and then not deliver. I've said it before in my previous video on Cardone, he's not good for the real estate community as a whole. He pretends to be a teacher and educator and guru in real estate, but all he's doing is creating a front for the funnel behind the scenes to get you invested in Cardone Capital. There's absolutely nothing wrong with promoting your fund, attracting potential investors, and promoting your method of investing in real estate. But it's a problem when you're positioning your fund or your method as the only way to make money in real estate.
Look, more importantly, I want to talk to you about what would I do with $5,000 in real estate today. Okay, with the $5,000, and we opened CardoneCapital.com, we opened at a non-accredited fund.
Grant has real influence on investing behavior. Being able to raise the money he has is very impressive. Acquiring that much real estate is success that very few people reach. The problem is Grant got really greedy and carried away with promoting Cardone Capital on social media and raising a ridiculous amount of money. I focus most of my attention on the claims gurus make because that to me is the most important aspect of the manipulation these gurus use to get people to buy their course or invest in them. Seeing Cardone get slapped with a lawsuit for his claims is just a reminder to everyone that there are repercussions for making false and baseless claims. Cardone is going to get hit with a lot of lawsuits when investors find out that their returns are much lower than what was promised. Cardone actually has skin in the game because he can get sued for poor performance. Fake gurus, on the other hand, have zero accountability because they just say you didn't work hard enough to get the returns that they were promising. Article 1, Section 41 is interesting. On July 30th, 2018, Jennifer Gowetzky, Senior Counsel, Office of Real Estate and Commodities of the SEC, wrote to Cardone Capital about his claims of 15% returns and that he has not paid any distributions, notwithstanding the specific warning from the SEC that it had no basis for making this statement. Cardone Capital continued to advertise a 15% internal rate of return to potential investors. The lawsuit then provides examples of these false claims on his social media. Cardone even had an Instagram post asking investors if they want to double their money. The only reason I want to see Cardone Capital fail is so that we can see him stop promoting large multifamily investing as the only way to make money in real estate. All he cares about is getting every one of his cult followers to buy into Cardone Capital's fund. He does not want you to find out that real estate investing is a broad industry and you will make more money in other areas of real estate investing if you learn the game and play the game you want to play. The plaintiff invested $5,000 into two different Cardone equity funds. This is a small investment, but it's important because Cardone may attract investors who are investing all they have into Uncle G, the social media celebrity. The lawsuits will start to pour in when the small investors aren't making any money on their small investment. Grant Cardone would be way better off with more transparency and less salesmanship. He made a bunch of money, he raised a bunch of money, but his kingdom can crash at any moment with his debt structure and the potential for rents in the top tier apartments to decrease after this wild 2020 Stay tuned because it's about to get interesting. I personally don't love making videos talking about people getting sued and people potentially failing, but Grant Cardone brings this on himself with his pompous behavior, and it's certainly going to get interesting. Thank you so much for watching.